every day. A vehicle has broken the barricade. So that truck just burst right through the barricade with his, I don't know if he's filming or on a video call or what, as his path is blocked by protesters. And he's clearly not pleased, as he got out and screamed, "I need to get home." And I think you heard most of the response. It appears southbound onto the 5 we go. The chant is, "Whose freeway? Our freeway." You can see traffic honking as a barricade is being set up on the Yale Avenue on-ramp to I-5 south. So, huh? You sure? What's the name of that video again? Look it up. Plug in. Okay, just quickly monitoring what's going on here at the I-5 on-ramp at Howell and Yale. Sir, are you at that local media organization?
No.
Okay.
No,
someone else.
No, I'm a local, man. I'm with Garfield High School, man.
Your voice just sounds feminine.
Oh, yeah, man. I think because of the masks.
Yeah, I can't stand these masks.
Yeah, no, I'm not with none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just work here. I'm not with none of that.
No, for sure. Thanks. Okay, so just a little mix-up. But all right, you can see there were cars trying to get onto this on-ramp, and they were denied. And now here we go onto the 5. There is it seems eerily quiet, and it seemed eerily quiet earlier. There's a roadwork ahead sign. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but we have a protester directing traffic away from this on-ramp. And let's catch up with the crowd. As we're walking, Annabelle, you want to say what you saw on the freeway earlier today?
On the freeway? Oh yeah, we saw already a sign as we drove into the city what showed us that there will be protests in downtown Seattle, and now we are on the freeway.
All right, let's take a look. No vehicles. I don't know if you guys caught that, but the man with the loudspeaker saying we're going to occupy both sides of the freeway because technically our tax dollars pay for it. So, looks like people on both the south and northbound I-5 now, with no vehicles, seemingly no vehicles around here.
I want people up here, can you guys hear me? So listen, we're gonna split this up, half over here, half over there, because if we get this up, that traffic right there comes through here, and we're not gonna allow that.
Down there. That's the entrance ramp, yeah, I know.
So I think this is the northbound I-5. And I wonder if police have already blocked off on-ramps in the area, because I did see a vehicle. Now you can see another vehicle. There are vehicles getting on the northbound 5 north of where we are right now, but I see no vehicles coming directly at us. Makes me wonder if there are other on-ramps blocked off, or a whole section of the freeway is blocked off. And here, this is a look at the southbound 5. So, southbound 5, northbound 5.
Can't nobody get through right here.
And pretty much no vehicles to speak of on this stretch of the 5. Light over here, that's where we got on. That's the on-ramp we walked up to get here, and it's blocked off by protesters. Are there other on-ramps blocked off in the area by police or Caltrans? I don't know.
Then we get speaks to both sides. People have their own voice.
What percentage is it? Super high on this? Like 90 something? Okay, perfect.
Just figure out for how long so that we can communicate with this group when we can get back up.
Alright. Showing you look from the center divider. Here's southbound 5. Here's northbound 5. Oh. And someone's pointing out a mistake I made. I'm so used to streaming in Los Angeles and California. I said Caltrans. Of course, there's no Caltrans in the state of Washington. That's a slip on my part. But it sure has the look like someone other than the protesters have shut down a section of the 5. No vehicles I can see south of here. And WS dot, is that what it's called? Washington State dots? I don't know.
Holy shit, guys, we're accomplishing some shit here. We get to this fucker. Every day they do this. Every day. Because they know we're coming to shut this shit down. So, let's keep fucking up this.
This might be our explanation right here.
That aren't here anymore. So, if I can make their life harder and possibly send them to jail by doing this, well, actually not possible, because we are going to send them to jail for the past crime and the past. So if this does that, we're going to do this every day! Every day! Every day! Every day! Every day! Every day! Woo!
As I hear some sirens coming south of here. I think I just heard him say that the police have been shutting down the freeway every day. A vehicle has broken the barricade. So that truck just burst right through the barricade set up by protesters on the on-ramp that we just walked up. And is headed out southbound on a wide open freeway, causing protesters seated on the southbound 5 to get up and scamper away. It looks like that barricade is being reestablished, blocking traffic onto the southbound on-ramp.
He just ran the fence there straight over, ran straight through it and came up here. Yeah, I don't want people buying the risk. We're trying to preserve and save black lives, not put people buying the risk.
So now there's a discussion being had about whether or not to abandon
Okay. They're going to open that up so you guys
the
can
occupation of the southbound 5 here and to just stay on the
I
northbound
trust you
5.
guys, and I know you guys trust me, but I'm not going to put nobody's life in danger. We're just going to go over here and meet you guys later.
So protesters are clearing off the southbound side of the freeway. Some still remain at that reestablished barricade at the on-ramp entrance, and most have now climbed up and over the center divider onto the northbound side of the freeway. And some are chanting Black Lives Matter. I'm not sure exactly where, but here we are in the northbound 5. Absolutely no vehicle traffic headed in this vicinity. What are you?
So I just talked with protesters, and they said the other protesters are coming from Chop Hill. I don't know if you can hear it. They're, screaming George Floyd, and we are going to meet in the middle with them.
Okay, so I've been
From
hearing
that
Black
way,
Lives
yes.
Matter. So they're protesters on an overpass that we're now approaching, and Annabelle's saying that these protesters are coming from the Chop, and it looks like we're going to convene here both on the northbound 5 and on the overpass as another engine revs somewhere around the ramp with the barricade. It looks like a false alarm this time.
Oh, yeah? I'm glad we're here. Nice to meet you.
Alright, now we've got sirens not too far away from here, but I don't see exactly where. Again, Annabelle, can you remind people what's going on with these intersecting demonstrations?
So the other protesters from Chop Hill, we're in downtown, and they are going to block the freeway from Capitol Hill, somewhere that area. We are going to meet in the middle with them, basically.
So there are protesters starting out from CHOP who are blocking the highway from a different direction.
Yes.
All right. I guess they're not on the overpass right here. I think they are.
Probably they already
Because
there.
I've heard them screaming Black Lives Matter from somewhere around the overpass. It looks like two protest groups are converging now. You can see a considerable amount of traffic on the street parallel to the 5 and wide open lanes here on the 5 just north of downtown. And black women's a chant. So I see some people on the overpass looking down, and then it looks like there's this other group on a ramp here. I'm not sure if it's it's an on-ramp. Oh, blocking traffic indeed. So two groups are converging right here on this northbound 5 on-ramp where traffic is blocked. Alright, here's the...
We haven't done a good job. So we're going to keep fucking disrupting your lives every fucking day. So you guys understand that there's people who didn't fucking make it home. So you guys can afford to be a little fucking late.
Alright, so traffic is now moving in reverse on this northbound 5 on-ramp, and the crowd is marching up to the vehicles, some of which you can see turning around. Onlookers above.
We're going to sit here if you guys stay home. Because Greg Taylor didn't make it home. Sean Burr didn't make it home. George Floyd didn't make it home. So read them out. We're not all.
I'm black. I don't see one person up there that's black. I don't get it. Well, can you come and talk to me? What's going on? Because I don't really know about this stuff.
We're occupying down the block.
Okay.
And we're going to make everybody's life miserable, and we're going to make everybody late because the only time we're going to make it home.
Okay, so we've got a man who just exited this vehicle, exited the driver's seat of this vehicle, and joined the protest.
Understands we're not playing about them caring
You know
about black
what?
lives here.
You know what?
We're going to do this every day.
I understand you,
And I
brother.
respect you.
I respect you too. I'm not gonna be rude.
Oh, I know that.
But this is the first time I ever even
that's why I wanted to come explain it to you.
came into all this stuff.
And that's why I came to explain it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing.
I appreciate you for supporting me.
Yes, yes.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Let him through that.
Let him through.
Don't let this go.
That's a black lady. Hold on, we can't get in.
So there you can see that woman
Anybody else want to
driving off after being let through the protest line.
Come join us. Who got the car to come join us? Where's that person that fucking first we take out? Buddy, I appreciate you for understanding. That's what you got in your car. You showed me Black Lives Matter to you, buddy. And I really appreciate you, brother.
If you want to see, go ahead, man.
not good with crowds.
Man, it's okay. I ain't either.
In mind how everybody wants to be recorded, so if you could like get a permission first, that'd be cool.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm really nervous. I really appreciate what you guys are doing. I'm so sorry for all the things that happened. I wish there was just something we could do that was more impactful. But I'm with you guys no matter what I can do. So I apologize for everything. I'm with you. Us doing this made a difference in his life. Hey, listen. We come do this, we make difference in people's lives. We change lives by doing this. Because the more we do this, the more we wake up to the fact that there is things going on beneath the surface in this city. And we're not going to keep letting it get swept underneath the rug. The more we do this, the more people we reach, the more people will get educated. Because they're going to be like, well, what are you guys doing? There's no time to educate. If somebody sees you and asks you, well, why are you doing this? There's your time to educate. Always educate before ignoring. Because some people, they have that notion in their head because that's what they were raised in. They were raised to be racist. They weren't born like that. They were raised like that. So that's something that's raised. That's something that was taught to them and beat into them. And some people like that don't change overnight. They want to change, but they don't change overnight. So instead of beating them, those people down and ignoring them.
The one lady who was allowed to pass was a black woman who had a conversation with the protesters and found common ground. And there were comments saying, let the black woman through.
Because education is how we all got here. Because we started to get educated about what the hell was going on. And we woke the hell up and started paying attention to what was going on around us. And we educated ourselves.
That's right.
So
you can see more vehicles coming onto the on-ramp, but also more vehicles turning back around and heading off the on-ramp.
Physically show them. If they want to physically see, let them physically see. Because at this point, I think it's like a play. I'm telling people to get the fuck off their ass. Because willful ignorance is not an excuse for not being. Willful ignorance makes you part of the fucking problem of why we're here. It's okay to be ignorant and then get educated. But when you're willfully ignorant, you know what's going on, but you're choosing to ignore it. You're part of the fucking problem. And if you have friends like that, they're part of the fucking problem. You need to tell them about themselves. Take their asses and get them in line. Because that's the only way this keeps going. It's not educating people who don't know or people who want to act like they're so fucking above everything else and blind to this shit. That's the only way this works, son. Together and educate. That's the only way we can want to accomplish. You got something you want to say?
I do. I've been holding on, but I want to say something.
Get up. Hello? Yeah, speak up a little bit.
Hello? Okay, so I've been holding off on white people, women of color, people of color, they need to go hurt. But you're saying education. I'm going to be a teacher, and yeah. I have about a semester left, but about education, my own sister has blocked my phone number for me trying to educate her. And I was at first, on social media, you see people say racist shit, post racist memes, and it's just easier to delete them. It is. I did it before. But now, you can't just delete them. You have to stand up, say what's wrong, even if it's a fucking meme. Like, memes are supposed to be funny, but oppression of 400 years is not funny.
Fucking right.
And so yeah, educators, and like the Sam said, I just want to say that I'm going to be teaching this to my students 20 years from now. I will know that I was a part of it, and they will know that their teachers fought for their rights. I don't want to say, I live in Montana, and the only diversity you really learn about is Native American, which, yes, of course, this is native land, of course, we love you, but there's all diversity you need to be educated on. So, like, Montana's all white, I don't want to teach there. I mean, they do need education, but I want to be the people of diversity. So yeah, educate your friends. Sorry, I'm all talking. Start with education. That's the number one piece. That's why people stay so ignorant, because they don't know, because they were never taught of it. But it's like, where do you start the education? There's 4 major parts of the U.S. history that we all know. We all know about slavery. We all know what happened with slavery, but teachers don't emphasize that it was bad. Slavery was not a good thing. People with Confederate flags, people defending their farms, who was working those farms? Slavery was bad. We all know this. Jim Crow laws, segregation. You guys need to know that. They're still happening here. We still have the effects of segregation in 2020. We still have slavery in 2020. The 13th Amendment abolished slavery, except for those who have committed a crime. That except makes slavery legal. Completely legal in 2020. So slavery's back. Jim Crow laws, segregation, redlining, you guys. The banks literally made maps of who they would lend to and what neighborhoods are most desirable. And shocker, the brown and black neighborhoods were not desirable. That's how we have the ghetto. Next time you guys are talking about everybody who's in the ghetto and on welfare, that's how they fucking got there. That's how they got there, redlining, because our government had to keep black people down. Mass incarceration, when all this was being, when everything was being more give them attention. This is why we're here. I'm a black woman. I'm speaking. I should have your attention. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Mass incarceration. It's not a fucking coincidence that every black man I meet has a fucking felony or it's not a fucking coincidence. They go looking for it. They plant drugs on people. I've lost so many friends because
Interruption, I don't know why, but because I'm having this connection interruption, I'll just give you a peek at what's going on with the traffic here. You can see a whole bunch of vehicles on the northbound 5 on-ramp turning around and heading back off the on-ramp. Meanwhile, there's a woman, it sounds like a woman somewhere up on the street or possibly on one of these balconies, I don't know, screaming stop blocking traffic, and the protesters seem to be in agreement that they're going to know the woman. And now Annabelle is getting told by this woman probably that she doesn't have permission to film.
Wanted to fly seriously and go demand get justice for being stopped. But like he said, we need to change the yellow first before we try and change other places. Another thing I have to say is Elijah McClain. He's also from Aurora. You aren't familiar with his story? He was Phoenix. He was wearing a ski mask, walking home because he was cold. Someone called the police because he was
Look, I mean, everything that's happened over the past several weeks now gets taken into account in situations like these. Make whatever of that as you please.
That's not what happened.
Do we have any word on any action over at Chalk right now?
I ran into a little kid this. He was wearing a sign that said, killed my neighbor. What he should have said is they murdered me. Vile. This was 3 years ago, and this kid is only 7, 8 years old now. So back then he was 5. He doesn't see
Okay,
color.
Tim's commenting. Thank you very much, Tim.
Out there.
So, Tim Truth saying not a whole lot going on at CHOP. There's a woman here who's trying to talk us out of filming. What do you say? Maybe take a walk around and up and see who's screaming up here, stop blocking traffic, and get a look at the crowd from above. So again, we're trying to mitigate problems that may arise. And in the meanwhile, you get a look at another car turning around, as many cars have done. They've come onto this northbound 5 on-ramp, driven up to the crowd that is blocking traffic. That vehicle that's parked on the right, directly in front of the protesters, that driver got out and joined the protesters. I believe the driver of that vehicle on the left is still in the car with some loud music blasting, and now you can just see what's been happening here for the past 20 minutes or so. Vehicles come onto the northbound 5 on-ramp. There's a protest blocking traffic.
So we can't go home?
Just so you know, I'm streaming right now.
That's fine.
Alright, so there's
Home from Seattle.
There's a protest that's blocking traffic on this on-ramp. They're not letting cars go through.
Oh my god.
So you can see not everyone is so satisfied with the decision to block this northbound 5 on-ramp. And this man's angry. Let's monitor this from behind. The guy... So he just said he needs to get home. And
We're on the desert, just make it home. More cars, just make it home. Black lives matter. Blue lives matter. Blue lives matter. You can wait and wait to get home, buddy. Thank you. George Floyd's not at home. Another Taylor was murdered in the home. So we're not murdered in the home. So you can fucking wait to be fucking laid home. You can wait, son. It's not that serious. People lost their lives behind what we're doing. So you can fucking wait.
So now the man who I just spoke with is, I don't know if he's filming or on a video call or what, as his path is blocked by protesters. And he's clearly not pleased, as he got out and screamed, "I need to get home." And I think you heard most of the response. I'm not going to zoom in on this phone. I don't want to instigate anything. As this woman in a pink sweatshirt who's been telling people not to film or to be careful when you film, now seems to be filming both me and the driver. So, I gotta make sure I don't get run over here.
You want to still be ignorant, you don't want to be educated.
Shut the fuck up! Stop! I'm gonna talk to you! I'm gonna talk to you!
So he screamed, "How does this make anything better?" Let's take a walk. The protester screamed, "How does this?" I mean, not the protester. The driver screamed, "How does this make anything better?" One of the protesters screamed back at him, "Shut the fuck up." Then the guy, or the individual, seems to be leading the protest with the microphone, said he wanted to have a conversation, but there was no conversation. I mean, no additional conversation. The man drove off. That could have been a lot worse than it was.